to time limits, our guest is leaving. So firstly, we invite him to introduce the art festival. Edward is the chairman of the committee of the festival at Mossel Bay, and we would like to ask him to introduce today's festival to us. Years ago, the Ash Festival firstly started. The festival at the beginning was not very famous, and later on it wins widespread popularity. This year, there is a new feature of the festival. What's it? That's the festival combined with the Mossel Bay Cultural Festival. So this year's the Ash Festival has a new name. That's the Ash Harbor Culture Festival. And in the past, the village of Mossel Bay is not open to public. This year is the first time open to the public, and their visitors can go there and witness and join the activities. And he said there are new highlights this year. And there are many activities at the harbor, like there are fishing game, there are game on the sea, and some other interesting games. And the festival this year lasted from the 1st of this month to 4th. And today there will be street parade. The Diash Festival is an international grand festival. There are artists from different countries like China, Germany, Portugal, Madagascar, and Indonesia, etc. The artists are gathering here to show their traditional performances to the visitors, and the local residents and visitors can experience the atmosphere. And because the Ash Festival this year is combined with the Harbor Cultural Festival, the street parade will be more grand because the two festivals combined to each other and involved to each other. And this time, the theme of the Diash Festival is multicultural. This year's festival shows many stores, and there will be many vendors selling food. And this is also the paradise for the kids. They come here for pleasure, and the adults can also buy the local souvenirs. This is also the contribution to local economy and inject a vigor to local economy. Just now, Edward told us this year's festival has two grand stadiums. The first one is Diash Bay, and the other one is the harbor. And for these two grand places, there will be numerous activities and a live show. And this year, it is estimated that yesterday it attracted 35,000 visitors, and today and tomorrow there will also be activities, and there will be new visitors coming. Edward mentioned that this year the Chinese residents here, like the troupe, they bring the wonderful traditional instruments, performances, and dragon line dances. People are really welcoming that. He also said this year the Chinese Cape art troupe are really talented and appreciated. And I hope in the future there will be more Chinese art troupes coming here and show the traditional Chinese customs and tradition, so the local residents and visitors can experience the Chinese culture in person. And Edward is busy heading for the other place for public speech. We have to say goodbye to him. It's the inspection team. Later on, at around 9:30, that's 3:30 Beijing local time, they will start from here and they will drive the whole way until the harbor. And you see they are ready to go. But it seems of some problems, the street parade hasn't started yet. So firstly, Let me introduce the Mossel Bay to you. This village of Mossel Bay, it's an ocean bay near in Western Cape province of South Africa, which has very profound history. It's about 400 kilometers from Cape. The visitors, Chinese visitors who have traveled to South Africa may know about this place, because Mossel Bay is in the most popular tourism route of Western Cape. There are three most popular villages: the Austrian and Mossel Bay, and another one is Nystra, where it's famous for golf and scenic sports. And there will be oyster festival there. And here the Mossel Bay village, the Mossel Bay town. After 1969, they founded the natural gas station here, so it has witnessed economic development. There are around 130,000 residents here. And because Cape is the point which connects Indonesian Ocean and Africa, and you can see it's very warm and scenic here. Okay, now the parade is moving. We can follow them. As we can see, they are moving. There are different shows and different decorations on the parade vehicles. They are showcasing their daily work. And you see they are friendly and enthusiastic, and they are waving hands to us. That's the fire gate, the fire vehicle. These are the fire servicemen of Mossel Bay. They are showcasing their life and work. And in front of us is the team of the motor. And through this way, they are also showcasing their spirit and their life. They would like to start the engine and attract eyes from the visitors. Here is the team, the performers from Portugal, and they are waving hands to us too. They are holding high their national flags. And they look really happy, and they are really enjoyed. They are singing the Portugal traditional songs. this is the tropical penguin and tiger and lion. You see, the tropical penguin looks different from the Arctic penguin because the penguins in South Africa are very unique. And now the parade hasn't officially started yet. The performers are making preparations. Just now, the family on the vehicle were wearing the animal clothes, and they are playing the animals of South Africa. And in front of us is also a motorcycle team. And this is the police vehicle. You see, the whole line is in great order. And today there will be a Chinese art troupe. They will perform here. We haven't seen them. Maybe they are heading for the harbor. Let's go to the front. The other troops have already left, and this troop is waiting for the order of the traffic police. The previous troop has left for far. We can only wait here for this troop's setting off. And you see it's quiet here because people are waiting the order from the traffic police. The previous troops have left, so we cannot see them, including the Chinese art troupe. But it doesn't matter. We have the director of Cape Huaxin Art Troupe. He will introduce to us about this year's performance. Hello everyone. As we all know, this year marks the 20th anniversary of Sino-South Africa diplomatic relations, and we are honored to be invited by the municipal government. Just now, the chairman of the association introduced that this year witnessed a successful festival. Can you introduce the activities to us? This year, like you said, marks the 20th anniversary of Sino-South Africa diplomatic relations. We, Huaxin Art Troupe, received the accreditation from the embassy, and we arrived here days ago, and we performed for yesterday and today, and we will perform for tomorrow as well. We participated in the opening, and in the evening our art troupe performed the traditional beautiful dance, and one widespread popularity and applause from local residents and visitors. And our performance really shocked them. Okay, we can see the motorcycle team is setting off, and the parade is following their pace. And all the police vehicles and the parade vehicles are ready to go. And from the starting line to the final destination, the harbor, it's about 2 kilometers. It takes more than half an hour by walking. So now we will follow them, and we will go to the harbor and have a look there. Just now, Edward introduced to us the Ash Festival will have a ceremony of cutting cakes, which is to celebrate the Ash's landing on Mossel Bay. And all the flower vehicles and the performance vehicles are slowly marching on. Let's follow them to the harbor. And we can see the performing guests are on the vehicles, and they are marching on. They are heading for the harbor. It might be difficult for us to walk there. We need to find a small car and drive there. Today's street parade will have the vehicles or motorcycles. And you see the police vehicles are alarming, and they are showcasing, they are attracting the attention from the visitors. This is the safeguard team, and they also made up and wear uniforms, and they are showcasing, they are performing their daily work. It's the vintage car team passing by. In South Africa, there were many retired elderly. They like to drive vintage cars to show the traditional spirit and experience, and they would like to collect different styles of vintage cars. And now we are following them to the port. We may need the help from the police to see if they can drive us there, because it takes more than half an hour by walking. And I would like to introduce to you again, as Edward, the host of this year's Diash Festival, said, The Diash festival is dedicated to commemorating Bartolomé Dias, who explored the way to Indonesia to the east, and that's the ocean trading path. And this contributed greatly to the world's trading communication, and that was in the year 1487. Dias received the King of Portugal, John II's order, and he took the armed ship and the supply ship. They traveled from the West Ocean of Africa, and they sailed around the southernmost tip of Africa, and landed on the Cape of Good Hope, where previously named Sandstorm Cape, and that was in 1488. In February, Dias and his team landed here. And they found a spring hole, and they got the simplified water, the plain water, which saved their thirsty. And every year there were tourists from both South Africa and foreign countries traveling here and to the spring hole. In Dias, on the 500th anniversary of Dias's landing, the local authorities made a model of Dias, and that's the permanent sculpture exhibited in the museum. And there is a big tree outside the museum. The name of this big tree is they want to show their nostalgia to the hometown through this tree. Someone wrote a letter, and he wanted to send this letter from the tree. So later on, there is a mailbox under the tree, and people can send letters through this mailbox, or postcards to send them to the families and friends. Our car has arrived, and now we can take the car and go to the port. And during our way there, please watch the video. And you can experience the Dias festival through the video. And now let's head for the port. We are now leaving for the port. Dear audiences, please be patient, and we will soon be arrived at the port. I mentioned that the Diash festival is to commemorate Diash, who explored the way to the east, to Asia, to Indonesia, and explored the way of ocean trading, and explored the way and contributed to the world's trading communications. At the beginning, the traditional route of the parade is from the Saint Tantim. The traditional route of the voyage was changed and improved by Diash, so he finally explored the convenient way. And now in the Western Cape there is a mountain. It's also named after the Diash's exploration, and many commercial ships and the local residents also celebrate there regularly, because the mountain is where they can send out signals. That's why it's called a signal mountain. For the local residents, once the ships and vessels are approaching the mountain, they will send the signals out, and the local residents will be hurried to the ocean side and conduct free trade with the businessmen from the vessel. Because Bartholomew Diash found Cape of Good Hope and explored the way to the east. And later on, they went to South Africa, where is also a multi-ethnic nation. So the basis was also laid by Diash. And now in South Africa there are many ethnic groups. South Africa has 11 official languages, so you can see different cultures are interwoven with each other here. And there is a Cape Malay district. This is a colonized place, and because the invaders wanted labor force, so they brought the laborers from Sri Lanka and the slaveries. That the culture is from the slavery period, and now we are catching up with the parade. And let us follow them. Because of the inconvenience, we have to get off from the car, and we will walk there. As we can see, the performers are marching on to the port. You can see the crowds of vehicles and visitors. So they are driving, they are marching on really slowly. We are almost arrived at the port, and it's the gate of the port. In front of us are the performers. Firstly, they went on the street parade, and then they arrived here, and they will perform the culture, and they are wearing traditional costumes, which is very beautiful. People are marching on. And we will soon arrive at the festival stadium, and there will be ceremonies and activities. You can see it's crowded. All the performers and the visitors are gathering. And the photographers. This is the Huaxing Art Troupe. Here are the members. You see, they are wearing the colorful costumes, and they are in the street parade, and they are showcasing the beautiful colors to local residents and visitors. In front of us is the Cape Huaxing Art Troupe members from China. These beautiful ladies are wearing colorful costumes. Okay, time. Now is the time of the ceremony. You can really see the festive atmosphere, and the band really showcase happiness. Our photographer is in the group. Here is the troop of cadets, and they are sailors. Just now, the signal stopped and now it's recovered. And you can see the parade is marching on the same direction. And you see the visitors are really excited. In front of us is the members from Cape Huaxin Art Troupe. They look really happy and festive. There are not only performers, there are also students. And there are performers from Indonesia, and they are also in the street parade. And let's interview some of the performers. This lady is a little bit shy. Let's interview the other one. She just now, she is showing the dances from the Southeast Asia, from Indonesia, like Bali. And now people are waiting for the performance of the main stadium. And let's look for some interviewees who are from different countries.
Thank you。嘉宾来自这个葡萄牙，那么他们在这里有传统的服饰。
This performer comes from Portugal. And he's showing the traditional Portuguese dance and performance.
那么我们看一下，现在可能时间也差不多已经到了。
And now the time is on.
现在呢，可能大家可能通过我的这个了解呢，对这个迪亚士的这些文化表演。
And through my brief introduction, you may have got some knowledge of the Diash Festival. And as our traditional spring festival is just around the corner, and in coincidence, they are holding the Ash Festival here, and we have traditional Chinese performance here. It's just like the feast for the Spring Festival. So hereby, I would like to best wishes for all of you, to wish you a happy new year. And now it's 10:10 of South Africa, and it's 4:10 in Beijing, and our time is up. I really appreciate dear audiences who are watching our live broadcasting through the CCTV and the CGTN app. And thank you for your attention of this Diash Festival live broadcasting, and hope to see you again. That's all. Thank you.